Today, we're heading out on a truly epic journey. We're going to chase down what is, without a doubt, humanity's most ambitious message in a bottle. It's a question we've all probably asked ourselves at some point, staring up at the night sky. Are we alone out here? Is there anyone else anywhere looking back and wondering the same thing? Well, back in 1977, NASA basically said, why wait for an answer? They decided to be proactive, to reach out first. They literally sent a greeting card to the cosmos, just in case. All right, so let's get into it. What exactly was this message for aliens? So the messengers here are two spacecraft you've definitely heard of, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. And what were they carrying? This is the cool part. They were carrying these incredible golden phonograph records. Think of them like cosmic time capsules, designed to tell anyone who might find them a little something about us. I mean, you have to appreciate the sheer ambition here. It was this profound statement. The message itself basically says, we're stepping out of our own solar system and into the great unknown. It's us as a species taking our very first step into the galactic neighborhood. But how did they even pull this off? I mean, a journey of this scale, how is it even possible? Well, it turns out it was a mix of some amazing cosmic luck and some seriously clever physics. So get this. Way back in 1965, a NASA engineer spots something incredible, a super rare alignment of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, the kind of thing that only happens once every 175 years. This was their shot. So in the summer of '77, they launched Voyager 2, and then just a couple of weeks later, Voyager 1 took off on an even faster path. And they used this alignment to pull off a maneuver that is just genius. It's called a gravity assist. Think of it like a cosmic slingshot. They would fly a spacecraft close to a planet and use that planet's gravity to whip it around, flinging it forward at a much higher speed and on to the next target. This little trick is what made the whole grand tour of 4 planets possible in a relatively short time without needing a ridiculous amount of fuel. And man, what a tour it was. The science they got back literally rewrote our understanding of the solar system. At Jupiter, they found these faint rings we had no idea were there. And even crazier, they found the first active volcanoes anywhere besides Earth, on Jupiter's moon Io. Then they get to Saturn, and they're finding new moons and getting this incredible data on its moon Titan, a world that had clear evidence of liquid on its surface. Just amazing stuff. So after all those incredible planetary flybys, the main mission was pretty much done. But this wasn't the end. Oh no. A new, much, much longer journey was just getting started. Before it headed out into the void for good, Voyager 1 did something remarkable. It turned its camera around for one last look back home. On Valentine's Day 1990, from 6 billion kilometers away, it snapped one of the most iconic photos ever taken. The pale blue dot. You can barely even see it, just this tiny speck, a single pixel hanging in a sunbeam. And that's us. That's everything. The next major milestone for the Voyagers was to cross the real boundary of our solar system. Now, this isn't some line drawn in space. It's this giant protective bubble called the heliosphere. It's created by all the charged particles streaming off our sun, the solar wind. The very edge of that bubble, the heliopause, that's the true border between our sun's influence and the vastness of interstellar space. And then, on August 25th, 2012, it happened. After traveling for 35 years, Voyager 1 punched right through that boundary. It became the very first thing made by humans to ever enter interstellar space. We had officially made it. Okay, so now that you get a sense of this absolutely epic journey, let's circle back to that incredible message it's been carrying this whole time. What is actually on the Golden Record? The team, which was led by the legendary astronomer Carl Sagan, put together this amazing collection. It's got 115 images, showing everything from diagrams of our DNA to photos of human life. It has greetings spoken in 55 different languages, a playlist with 28 pieces of music from all over the world, and even the sounds of our planet. Things like wind, thunder, and even a kiss. But here's the kicker. How would an alien civilization even play this thing? It's basically a cosmic puzzle. First, they'd have to figure out the right speed to spin it from diagrams on the cover. Okay, maybe they get that. But then they'd notice that some of the audio isn't music or greetings. It's just weird waveforms. The real genius is that those sounds are actually the 115 images, encoded as audio. They'd have to have the smarts to convert those audio signals back into pictures. Honestly, it's a puzzle that would stump most of us today. And it's interesting what they chose to include and what they left out. The team made a very specific decision to paint a hopeful, positive picture of us. It's all about our art, our science, our lives. There's no war, no poverty, no conflict. It was a choice to put our best foot forward, to make a good first impression on the galactic stage. So where does that leave us today? Let's talk about where this silent ambassador is now and what its future looks like. The distances we're talking about are just mind-boggling. Right now, Voyager 1 is over 24.7 billion kilometers away. To put that in perspective, if you sent a message to it from Earth, traveling at the speed of light, it would take more than 22 hours just to get there, one way. Almost a whole day. And it's not like it's taking a casual stroll. It is absolutely screaming through the void at over 61,000 kilometers per hour. That's so fast, it could cross the entire United States in less than 4 minutes. It is, by far, the fastest object we have ever sent out there. But our connection to it is starting to fade. Its power source, which is plutonium, is slowly decaying. To save every last bit of power, scientists are having to shut down its instruments, one by one. And sometime around 2025, the last of its systems will probably go dark. And just like that, our line to our farthest explorer will be cut. Forever. But that's not really the end of its story, is it? Because even when the power is gone and it goes silent, the spacecraft itself and that golden record, they'll just keep on drifting. They'll continue their journey through the cosmos for, well, maybe billions of years. And that really leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? If someday, in the far, far future, this message in a bottle is actually found, could it even be understood? Will they solve the puzzle, or will it just keep tumbling through the void, a silent, unsolved mystery from a long-lost species that once looked up at the stars and just wanted to say hello?